So you're a care worker. You might think your job is about making cups of tea, helping someone get dressed, or just being there for a chat. And yeah, it is about all those things, but underneath it all, there's this massive, really important idea called duty of care. What does that even mean? Put simply, it's a legal and moral promise. It's your responsibility to act in a way that keeps the people you look after safe from harm, injury, or illness. You have to think ahead, spot risks, and do everything you reasonably can to prevent bad things from happening. It's about being professional, not just friendly. Let's break that down a bit more. It's checking the temperature of the bath water so it's not too hot. It's making sure the floor is dry after you've mopped it to stop someone from slipping. It's knowing about someone's allergies before you help prepare their lunch. Now let's talk about something that goes hand in hand with duty of care. It's called the duty of candor. It sounds a bit formal, but all it really means is being open and honest when things go wrong. We're all human. In a job as complex as care, mistakes can happen. The duty of candor is a legal requirement for care providers to be upfront about it. If something happens that causes or could cause harm to someone you're looking after, you can't just brush it under the carpet. You have to own it. This transparency is crucial for building trust. So how does this connect to your day-to-day duty of care? Well, they're two sides of the same coin. Your duty of care is about trying your best to prevent harm. But if, despite your best efforts, harm does occur, someone has a fall, is given the wrong medication, the duty of candor kicks in. It means telling the person affected and their family where appropriate. This is where things can get really tricky. Your main job is to keep people safe. That's your duty of care. But at the same time, every adult has the right to make their own choices, even if those choices seem a bit risky to you. This is their right to autonomy. And sometimes these two things clash, creating a real dilemma. You're stuck in the middle trying to work out what the right thing to do is. These situations don't have easy answers. They are something every care worker will face at some point in their career. Let's imagine a scenario. You're looking after an elderly man who is a bit unsteady on his feet. The risk assessment says he should use his walking frame at all times to prevent a fall. But he's fiercely independent and hates the frame. He tells you he wants to walk to the kitchen to make a cup of tea without it. Here's the conflict. Your duty of care is screaming at you to stop him, to insist he uses the frame to avoid a fall. But his right to choose, to live his life how he wants, is telling you to let him try. When you're facing one of these tough dilemmas, honestly, the worst thing you can do is try to figure it out all on your own. You're part of a team for a reason, and there's a whole network of support out there designed to help you make the best possible decision. The first and most important port of call should always be your immediate supervisor or manager. They have more experience, a wider view of the situation, and are responsible for guiding you. Don't ever feel like you're bothering them. This is exactly what they are there for. Your manager can help you unpick the problem. They can talk you through the risks, the rights of the individual, and the policies of your organization. Often, just talking it through with someone else can make the right path much clearer. They might also decide that a formal meeting is needed involving the person you care for, their family, and maybe other professionals like a social worker, a district nurse. No matter how hard you try, sometimes a person you support or their family will be unhappy with the care provided. They might make a complaint. Your first reaction might be to feel defensive or upset, and that's natural. But it's crucial to see a complaint not as a personal attack, but as valuable feedback. It's an opportunity to see things from another person's perspective and a chance to put things right. The first step you must take is to listen, really listen. Don't interrupt, don't make excuses. Just let them tell you what's wrong in their own words. Once you've listened, take it seriously and act straight away. If it's minor and you can resolve it there and then, for example, they're unhappy with their meal, resolve it and apologize. Resolving conflicts and dealing with complaints isn't just about following a procedure, it's about how you do it. The skills and attitudes you bring to the situation can make all the difference between making things worse and finding a positive way forward. The most important skill of all is communication, and that starts with listening, as we've said. But it's also about how you talk. You need to be calm, clear, respectful, even if the other person is angry or upset. Using simple, straightforward language and avoiding jargon is key to making sure you're understood. Empathy is another massive one. This is the ability to put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand how they might be feeling. You don't have to agree with them to be empathetic. You can say something like, I can see this has been really upsetting for you, which shows you are listening and you care about their feelings. This simple act of validating their emotions can lower the tension in the room and make it much easier to start talking about solutions rather than just focusing on the problem. It builds a bridge between you.